Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is Emiya Dennis, and last time, well, we continue our talk with Tosaka. In one part, we decide, yeah, I'll listen to anything you say, put a Gios on me. And in another part, we were like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to everything you say. Either way, we end up going to Tosaka's place, where we talk about some stuff, do some magic practice to show her what we're capable of. And as we're about to stay over, we're like, oh, we kind of have Sakura back at home. She's like, you idiot, go back home. So we go back home and Sakura's not there. And we get a phone call from Shinji. Yeah, we basically go through that again. But this time, we go to school, we're not alone. We fight with Ryder for a little bit because Shinji's a bitch as he holds Sakura hostage. And we get beat up, but Sakura basically punches us towards Shinji so that we can actually make a blow against him. Later on, it's revealed that, you know, Sakura is actually the master of Ryder. Yeah, she's actually the one powering the servant. And Ryder's like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you no more, Shinji. But Shinji kind of like breaks something, earring explodes, and Sakura goes out of control. So now, she's kind of in pain, and it seems like Ryder's trying to slurp us. Ryder's identity was revealed to be Medusa because she has the petrifying eyes. And well, in one ending, we end up getting petrified. Yeah, and we die. So today, let's not do that. And yeah, I'm gonna head into it. Alright, so last time we died. I feel like I remember the hint was like we gotta do something on the defensive. So I'm gonna assume it's Tosaka back, so I'm just gonna be like, I can't do anything. Either way, attacking Ryder is definitely the wrong choice. My stiff legs won't move. Paralyzed, I can only watch helplessly as a dark spear stabs Tosaka. Suddenly, it changes course. What? The lethal weapon diverts. Instead of flying straight into Tosaka's chest, it changed direction right before impact. The black spearhead swivels. It comes for me greedily, as if it discovered a more delicious prey. Yum. Wait, do I actually die? Huh. I hear a dull impact. Oh, wait. School's not ready anymore, so that actually undid it. Wait. No, okay, we're still here. Direct hit. My stiff legs won't move. Huh. My vision gets all soft and twisty, like I've caught a serious fever. Senpai. I think I hear a familiar voice far away. I'm losing my grip on reality. In my white, hazy mind, the blood coming from my left arm mixes like paint on a canvas. Yeah. With her hands clenched at her chest, Sakura stares in shock at me in the ground. Hey, why didn't you scream when I turned to stone and shattered into a bajillion pieces? I see her fall like a puppet with the strings cut. Oh, well, oh, we're going to the church. So this will actually lead here, which means that it's probably not going to be a dead end. So this is probably going to lead into this as well. All right. Sitting on one of the church's pews, I nod wordlessly. So, can you explain to me what happened? I'm a little bit confused. Osaka takes a seat at the slight distance from me, but our emotional distance is many times wider. We're just waiting in the chapel for Kotomine, not making small talk. While I try to clench my left hand, it twitches numbly. The pain feels like a nail was driven through my palm. My left hand hurts more from gripping the knife than the dull pain of Ryder's beating or Sakura stabbing me through the left arm. Wait, Sakura was the one that stabbed me? I'm a little bit confused. Dark clouds obscure the night sky. They seem like rain clouds announcing an imminent shower. The spear-like thing that attacked Tosaka was apparently Sakura's magecraft. Oh, I thought that was Ryder. The Matos passed down absorption magecraft through their family. Sakura unconsciously unleashed her magecraft because she was suffering from magical energy deficiency, which also explains why she's been so sick so often. Seeking help, she accidentally hit me in the left arm, sucking me dry of my power. Oh, magical energy is life energy. It stands to reason that one will collapse if it was taken away. Oh, and because she slurped Shirou, he didn't need the blood for it anymore, which is why it went away. That's why she came back into consciousness. Okay, you know what, that's fair. Makes sense why she wouldn't react when Shirou dies. Alright. So, they're supposed to lead into the same thing, but... Already exhausted from fighting Ryder, I fainted right away, and then Tosaka brought us to the church. She says that Sakura lost consciousness at the same time I did.
自分に攻撃したのよ。
Tosaka murmurs, explaining that Sakura is being treated in the back of the church. Sakura seems to be in serious condition. She collapsed after being exposed to that liquid that splashed on her from her earrings. Kotomine is cleansing her of it while we wait. Tosaka doesn't speak. Archer isn't present and Ryder's gone too. It's just Tosaka and I in the church waiting for Kotomine.
Tosaka.
From my seat, I call out to her.
何？
聞きたいことがある。
でしょうね。いいわ、話してあげる。隠していても仕方がないし、もうその意味もなくなったし。
You know, the reveal that Sakura is actually the master of Rider was always one that was kind of shocked me. I was like, wait, what? Because, like, as I mentioned before, she wasn't really present in the Holy Grail War and the other two endings. Although Rider did go out very, very soon in both of them. It was always Shinji. And if there was an extension in terms of magical energy or power to allow Shinji to participate in the war, with the introduction of Zoken, I assumed it was Zoken. But when it was dropped that it was Sakura, I was like, oh dang.
聞きたいのはさくらのこと？
I nod. Osaka sighs quietly and then begins explaining her usual tone.
発端はずいぶん前よ。魔頭の血が薄れ出して、生まれてくる子供に魔力、魔術回路が少なくなっていたの。もともと魔頭はよその魔術師だから、日本の土が合わなかったんでしょう。この町に根を下ろしてから魔頭の衰退が始まって、今代の後継者である神事になって、ついに魔術回路そのものが消え失せた。
Shinji's inept.
魔頭の歴史はそれで終わったのよ。魔頭が追い求めたものを継承するだけなら、弟子でも何でも取ればよかった。けど、魔頭は名門だし、外部からの受け入れを拒否し続けた。
They make it sound like they inbred.
生まれてくる後継ぎの魔力が落ちていって、最後には完全に魔力が尽きてしまった。そうなってから弟子を取ろうとしたけど、落ちぶれた名門に来る魔術師はいなかったわ。何百年も続いたっていう魔頭。マキリの歴史はそこで終わるはずだった。けど、それで諦められるような人たちじゃなかったのね。シンジのお父さんは外から養子を取って、その子に魔頭の魔術を伝えたのよ。
Admittingly, I don't really know much about Shinji's father. We saw Shinji's father for a brief glimpse in Fate Zero, but he is no longer present in Fate Stay Night, so...
で、エミヤ君のところは特殊だから知らないだろうけど、魔術師の家系は一子相伝なの。後継ぎにするって決めた子供以外には決して魔術は教えない。これはゾウケンも言ってたでしょ。
And Witch on the Holy Night is a very good example of what happens if two children were actually very, very talented.
もし兄弟だったら、どちらかを後継者にして、どちらかは普通に育てるか養子に出すって。
They don't need two heirs. So if it was a brother and a sister, no, two sisters, then what happened to the child that wasn't chosen? I'm sure that families raised the sibling while hiding magecraft from them. That's difficult and inefficient. A lineage that has cultivated its blood and magic circuits for generations might produce children with excellent genes. Even if they aren't chosen as the heir, it'd be wrong to let those talents go to waste. Then they would...
そう。私、一つ下の妹がいたの。衰退した魔頭には養子を取るあてなんかないでしょ。そうなった魔頭が古くから盟約を結んでいた遠坂を頼りにするのはどういうね。
The plot twist! Okay, I'm pretty sure now... Yep. Church's sister. There we go. Twist is that Sakura is actually blood related with Tosaka, but not the Mato family. Anyways, I need to go back and try out the other options, so I'll be back. Alright, this time I'm gonna pull Tosaka back. There's no time to think, my legs move and my arms still work. I just need to move up and pull Tosaka back. Whoa! Hit me instead! Tosaka doesn't even twitch when I grab her arm. She's heavier than she looks. Fucking fat! I can't budge her even with two hands. So all I can do is... his shoulder tackle her out of the way. I'm surprised that he had that entire conversation while trying to dodge this blow that was coming in real fast. I hear a dull impact. Ugh, I can't hear Tosaka's voice. Alright, from now on it's probably gonna be very similar. Sakura's be like, Senpai! Senpai, no! Yeah. All right, and then now we're gonna go back to the church.
気分少
In
し
the
は落ち着い
flowchart.
た
Oh, we got points for both of them. Interesting. But this part's probably gonna be
So-
very similar.
なら治療の必要
Okay, time to get back to the conversation about sisters. Osaka.
そう私一つ下の妹がいたの衰退したマトウには養子を取るあてなんかないでしょ
To be fair, they did actually mention that the Tosakas, the Matos would adopt people from outside families before. You just never said that it was in this generation.
そうなったマトウが
He's trying to avoid the topics
結
in
んでいた
secret.
父坂を頼りにするのは道理よね父さんがどっちを後継者にするつもりだったかはわからないただ私は父坂に残ってあの子はマトウにもらわれていったそれが11年前の話それ以来あの子とはまともに会えなかったマトウとの取り決めでねもうあの子はマトウの後継者だからむやみに会うなって言われてたの
This also explains why Osaka has always been kind of like caring towards Sakura, even if not directly. Like, hell, all the way back to the beginning when Shirou got injured, or when Shirou got stabbed by Lancer, Osaka wasn't that close to Shirou, but she was like, why? Why did it have to be him? Why did it have to be like the person that Sakura likes? Because she's like, damn it, I don't want my sister to suffer like this, so I gotta bring him back. There's also that little thing about her crushing on Shirou also, but like, it was mainly that. So, she's always been keeping an eye for Sakura's safety, Sakura's concern, which is why even though in this route, I don't think we've really developed our relationship with Osaka as much. She's still a really cool partner, but it's notable that, you know, Sakura is trying to get with Shirou, and Shirou has feelings for Sakura, so she's trying her best to stay out of it, despite the fact that she has to engage with Shirou regarding the Holy Grail War stuff. That's why every time she's like, you're spending time with me instead of her, what the hell are you doing? Go! But it's kind of cool to see that this is relevant in other routes. It's just, once again, Heaven's Feel has a lot of revelations and a lot of rules that break to the point where it's like, damn, this is kind of like a completely different thing.
そうか。それじゃあ、遠坂と桜は。
実の姉妹よまあ一度もそんな風に呼び合ったことはないけどね
I can't know the depths of the feelings behind those plain words, but it all makes sense now. How she's always asking after Sakura, why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm.
よかった。遠坂、桜の味方なんだ。
Now I know that you're on my side. Thank you. The revelation is like a beacon in the darkness. I don't know what's gonna happen to Sakura or what we should do with her. But in this dark labyrinth of indecision, knowing that Tosaka cares about Sakura is a ray of hope.
いいえ私あの子の味方でも何でもないわ
Ah, shit. But then, Tosaka says something in a hard tone, as if reading my mind.
味方じゃない。
ええこのまま桜が治らないのなら敵として処理するだけよ無差別に人を襲う魔術師なんて放っておけるわけがないでしょ
Damn.
綺麗が桜を治療できなかったらその時は私が処理する
何言ってやがるお前。桜はお前の妹だろ。殺すなんて、そんなこと間違っても口にするな。
桜はマトウの娘よ11年前からとっくに私の妹じゃない
遠坂、お前。
仮にあなたの言う通り肉親として関係があるとしても結果は変わらない
それじゃあ。
Damn, she's like,
信じた。
this is all business now. No different than Shinji. I can't bring myself to make the awful comparison out loud.
何をしている。手術は済んだが、患者は未だ危険な状態だ。
Get the fuck out. I'm actually doing my job. Don't bother me. Kirei Kotomine emerges from the church's inner rooms.
綺麗桜は
Ah, she's concerned.
いがみ合っているのか息が合っているのか、お前たちは分からんな。
そんなのあんたの勘違いよ
そうか。では座れ。的尾さくらの容態を説明する。
Oh, I just realized something. That was not 100% sure if this is right actually, because I actually don't remember this detail from the movies. But Tosaka as a kid, actually, can I see that CG? Let me see. We're going back to the title. So I'm going to try to find that one CG of Sakura as a kid. And the reason for that is because, so if we look at Sakura here, she has like the pink ribbon. It's like a string type instead of what Tosaka wears, which is like the bow type. Is it similar to like the... Oh, yeah. I think it's either the same or a very similar ribbon to the one that Tosaka has. So that's why Shirou pointed it out. She's like, your ribbons are different. You used to have that, but now it belongs to Sakura. So there was that connection that I completely forgot about and did not notice. Well, that's kind of interesting. All right. How is Sakura's condition? We sit separately, our attention mutually trained on the priestess' next words.
簡単に説明すれば、麻藤さくらの体内には虫が混入している。この虫は刻印虫と呼ばれるものだ。人為的に作られた蚕糸のようなものだが、聞き覚えはあるか?
Disgusting. I shake my head. He explains that the 3 corpses are demonic parasites that live in a human's body, reporting their evil deeds to hell. That does sound familiar, but I've never heard of crestworms before.
知らないか。ま、本来は害のないただの寄生虫だ。宿主から魔力を食い、活動を続けるだけの使い魔でな。宿主の存命を発信するだけの使い魔としては最低位のものだ。
魔術で作った監視装置みたいなものね。造剣はそれで桜を監視してるってこと？
These are different though.
刻印虫の主が魔頭造剣だといつ決まった？
悪いけど、今はあんたの長話に付き合ってる気分じゃないの。あのジジイ以外、誰が桜にそんなもの植え付けるって言うのよ。
I already know. Just tell me. Who else could it be? Shinji's fucking useless.
なるほど。それは確かに。魔頭真珠では刻印虫は扱えん。となれば、使い手はあの吸血虫以外いないな。
I know that's not what you said in Japanese, but it's kind of fitting how he calls Zoken a worm.
でしょ？いいから結論を言って。桜は助かるのか、助からないのか。
気が早いな、リン。お前は彼女の容体を把握しているようだが、そこの少年は別だ。
I explain it for his benefit. Osaka looks away uncomfortably. That tells me that she doesn't want me to know what's wrong with Sakura.
さて、どうするエミヤシロ。リンは結論だけを聞きたいと言っているが。
Tell me everything.
いや、順序立てて説明してくれ、ことみね。
Feel bad for Tosaka, but I won't budge on this point. If Sakura's life is at stake, then I need to know everything.
では続きだ。先ほど説明した刻印虫だがな。これが麻藤桜の神経を蝕んでいるのだ。11年間、麻藤桜の体内で育てられた結果だろう。刻印虫は魔術回路に似た神経となり、本来の神経と絡み合いながら全身に行き渡っている。この刻印虫から魔術刻印と化したものは通常停止しており、麻藤桜には何の影響も及ぼさない。だがひとたび作動すれば麻藤桜の神経を侵し、その魔力を糧に動き続ける。先ほどの状態はそれだ。体内に刻印虫が徘徊し、生命力たる魔力を奪っていった。あの状態が半日も続けば麻藤桜は死んでいただろう。動力である魔力を吸い尽くした刻印虫はさらなる栄養として麻藤桜自身を狙う。魔力を空にされた麻藤桜は次にその体を虫に奪われるということだ。その痛みがどれほどであるかは魔術刻印を持つお前ならばわかるだろう。人体は爪の先ほどの異物が混入しただけで不快感を訴え、時に生命活動そのものに支障をきたす。神経の至るところに違う神経が混ざり、それが動き出す不快感など吐き気だけで死に至るほどだろうな。その点で言えば 先ほどまで的尾さくらの意識があったのは驚きだ。的尾さくらは意志が強いのか、それとも刻印中の発動に慣れているのか。
I hear a noise. Turns out I've been grinding my teeth. He thinks I can understand her pain if I have a magic crest? How the hell am I supposed to know that? I break out into a full body sweat every time I insert a single magic circuit. Tucker's ordeal is many times worse. Someone like me could never even imagine the depths of her pain.
待って、作動すればって言ったわね。じゃあ刻印中は普段活動していないの？
かけられた薬物は刻印中を目覚めさせるだけのものだ。刻印中は監視役に過ぎない。あれは宿主である的尾さくらがある条件を破った時のみ制裁として活動を開始する。
I don't think I can listen to the priest talk any longer. I know it isn't his fault, but hearing him describe this makes me want to punch him. I struggle to suppress the impulse and ask. I press him to get to the point.
的尾さくらが倒れ、リンはそれを救おうとした。だがライダーはそれを阻んだのだろう。ならば条件は明白だ。マスターとしての戦いを放棄すること。それが刻印中の制約だろう。
So either she dies or she has to fight as a master and have Tosaka view her as an enemy, and potentially Shirou.
今までは的尾真司にライダーを預けることで戦いに賛同していたが、それを拒否した今、刻印中は的尾さくらを攻め続ける。今は落ち着いているが、時間が経てば経つだけ刻印中はあの娘を責めるだろう。何をしている？マスターならば早く殺し合え、できぬのならばお前を食い殺すとな。
それがさくらに課せられた条件なのか。
そのようだな。他にそれらしい条件はない。
ならマスターでなくなればいいんじゃないのか。令状を使い切ってサーバントと契約を解除すればもうマスターじゃないんだから。
それは進められる。言っただろ。刻印中が発動する条件はマスターの責務を放棄することだ。
Even if you are technically being a master and doing the roles, if you mentally think you're abandoning it or think that you're abandoning your role, then it still counts as breaking the rule.
自らの手でライダーとの契約を立てば、刻印中は今度こそ的尾さくらを食い尽くすぞ。
そう、戦って生き残るか、戦わずに刻印中に殺されるか。今の桜にある。
そうなるな。聖杯戦争が続く限り、刻印中は宿主を攻め続ける。この状態が続けば、肉体はもちろんのこと、的尾さくらの精神が持つまい。何しろ全身に魔術刻印があるのだ。それが正気の沙汰ではないとお前ならばわかるだろう、リン。
そうね、もう馴染んだはずなのに定期的に腕ごとどうにかしたくなるし、左腕だけの私がこれなんだから、全身に刻印なんかあったら人間としての機能が侵食される。そんなの魔術師じゃなくて魔術回路の塊よ。人間の精神なんて魔力の波で書き換えられる。
さくらは
今の状態が続けば危ういな。
This is a lot to dump on me right now. Holy shit.
あと何日持つかはわからんが、日が経つにつれ刻印中の侵食は進む。それが全身に行き渡る前に排除できなければ死ぬだけだが、その前に私が行ったことは戦場だけだ。失われた魔力と精神を呼び戻す手術はこれからだが、それも成功する見込みは低い。話はそれだけだ。結論を言えばな、このままでは的尾さくらは助からない。
Damn.
それで納得はいったか。
She cannot be saved. The hell I can? We can't save Sakura? That's crazy. She was doing just fine until yesterday, so why is this happening now?
そうだ、刻印中の摘出はできないのか。
Kind of attached to her nerves, so that's
異
gonna be
物が混ざ
difficult.
ってるって分かってるなら取り除けるはずだろう。
摘出は難しいな。すでに刻印中は魔術回路となり、的尾さくらの一部となっている。 刻印を植え付けた術者本人でさえああなっては解除などできまい。そうだな。それでも摘出したいというのならそれはもう奇跡とやらに頼るしかない。
The Holy Grail. The Holy Grail. So it all comes back to that. Sakura has no choice but to fight as a master. The only the power of the Grail can save her?
大体事情は分かったわキレ。とりあえず礼を言っとく。
Osaka gives the priest a perfunctory bow of gratitude.
けどいきなりすぎない？刻印柱を植え付けられたのは昨日今日じゃないはずよ。なのに突然今日に限って限界が来たっていうの？
Rider using a lot of magical energy?
何を今さら麻藤さくらの体に刻印柱が与えられたのは何年も前だ。目も髪も遠坂のものでなくなるほど初期に手を加えられた。
Yeah.
それも今回のように破滅を呼ぶものではなかったようだが、麻藤造剣は今回の戦いで麻藤さくらを使う気はなかったらしい。何しろ戦闘用に調整されていない。麻藤さくらをあのように扱ったのは何か予期せぬ条件が揃ったからと見るべきだろうな。
There's something about this route made it so that Zoken's like, maybe this is the time to actually engage with the Holy Grail, because like he didn't do that in the other routes. He didn't get a servant like true. So this servant over here is called this over here is called True Assassin, because Sasaki Kojiro was summoned in a more different, more awkward way that is not really that breaks a lot of rules. I'm not sure what caused Zolkin to participate. I really don't, because this is the first time we meet him. He's an old man I don't recognize, but I don't know what else really leads into doing the same things. I don't really know what else to say. Yeah. Anyways.
予期せぬ条件ね。それがなんだかわからないけど、昨日今日で突然さくらは造剣のお眼鏡にかなったってこと？
Is it because Shirou took a big interest in Zoken, and Zoken knows that he's a master?
だろうな。麻藤造剣ではなく麻藤さくら自身に造剣が予期しなかった変化が起こったと見るべきだ。だがそれは一要因に過ぎ、急激な変化の理由は他にもある。あの娘はサーバントを行使することで魔力を常に消費するようになった。そのため刻印柱にまで餌が回らなくなったとしたら、飢えた虫どもはどうする？
that's double trouble.
そうか。マスターとして戦いなんて条件がなくても足りない魔力の分さくらの体を削っていくんだ。けどならライダーさえ使わなければ魔力は失われないんだから少しは。
ああ、しばらくは今まで通りの生活ができるだろう。
That also explains why Ryder was so protective of Sakura, but not only that, but why Ryder was so weak in certain parts of the game.
もっとも、あの老人がこのまま麻藤さくらを放置するとは思えんが。
でしょうね。そうでもなければさくらに刻印柱なんて植え付けないし、戦わなければ体を乗っ取られて、戦えば魔力を消費してやっぱりあの子の体は削られていく。いいえ、それだけじゃない。刻印柱を与えた当の造剣はその気になればいつでもさくらを自由に使える。
さくらを自由に使える？
ええ、結局さくらの命は造剣に握られている。だからさくらを助けたいのなら造剣を倒すしかない。けどエミヤ君、造剣を倒すのなら先にさくらを倒すしかないわ。あの子は造剣の操り人形当然。造剣を追い詰めればあいつは必ずさくらを盾にする。
そういうことだ。造剣にとって麻藤さくらは都合のいい駒だからな。麻藤真司をけしかけたように麻藤さくらを操るだろう。実際マスターとしての能力は彼女の方が上だ。あれは虫どもにせかされ、麻藤真司以上に造剣好みのマスターとして暴走しよう。
I misread this for a second. I thought it said Her power as a master exceeds his. His, I thought he meant Zoken instead of Shinji. But yeah, he's definitely talking about Shinji.
私も老人の思惑通りに行くのは歯がゆい。的尾さくらの手術は引き続き行う。今はかけられた薬物を洗浄して麻酔をかけた状態だ。
キレ、あんた。
絶望的だが努力はする。このまま的尾さくらを死なせることはできる。
Oh yeah.
神父が奇跡にのみ頼るというのもイメージが悪かろう。
Yeah, what a great priest you are. I'm right there with Tosaka. I haven't known Kotomine as long, but I didn't expect this from him at all. It's not just a hunch. I can tell that Kotomine sincerely and seriously intends to save Sakura. It'll be a matter of course, for a priest, but I still feel like I'm witnessing something inconceivable.
どういう風の吹き回し？あんたが他人にそこまで肩入れするなんて初めて見たわ。
気まぐれではない。死なすには惜しいだけだ。もっともお前たちにとってはここで一人減った方がいいのだろうがな。
The priest answers this passionately. Osaka glares at him for a moment.
任せたわ。手術が済んだ頃に来るから。
He remarks and then leaves the church. The church returns to silence now that Tosaka's gone. The priest silently watches her go while I stay seated with nothing else to do.
何をしている？お前がここに残ったところで役には立たん。
The hell out of my
邪魔を
church.
されても困る。
You're in the way.
邪魔なんてするか。こと手術に関してはあんたを
Oh
信頼してる。
right, I forgot about
以前
that.
も女の人を治療してくれただろう。
That was also a Shinji-related incident.
あの時とは手術の規模が段違いなのだがな。的尾さくらは自らを撃つことで暴走を止めた。おそらくお前を傷つけたことで自家中毒を起こしたのだろう。簡単に言ってしまえば、あれは自らの心を殺すことで
Damn.
造剣に操られる自身を止めたのだ。これから行う手術は停止した心臓をもう一度動かすことに等しい。もっとも刻印中のおかげで肉体は未だ生きている。精神のだがそこにお前がいては迷惑だ。的尾さくらの苦悶を聞きつけて押し入られては潜んでるし、第一そのような苦悩を背負う義務もあるまい。お前と的尾さくらは他人なのだから。
Hell no, she's my girlfriend.
的尾さくらに同情するなと言っているのだ。お前にできることなどない。凛がそうしたようにお前も早々に立ち去るがいい。
なんでだよ。何もできないならせめてここでさくらの無事を祈っちゃいけないのか。
それは罪だ。お前に的尾さくらの痛みを共有する資格はない。わからないのか？私はお前がここにいては手術が失敗すると言っているの。今の的尾さくらにとってエミやシローは外敵でしかない。
You are a fucking burden to me. The longer you're here, the higher the chances of failure. Get the fuck out. I can't even ask why. The priest's heavy words point out a sin that I didn't even realize.
的尾さくらはお前に対して罪の意識を持っている。お前のそば
Ah.
にいては目覚めを拒否
He's
した
like, oh no, I hurt senpai.
俺に対して罪の意識を。
そうだ。罪の意識というよりは懺悔だがな。あれは的尾の後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。的尾造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。的尾さくらはお前が望むような清らかな乙女ではなく、虫に汚された尼ということだ。
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I know the feeling now. The moment I found out that Sakura is a master, when the command spells appeared on her hand, I silently accepted reality.
あの娘はお前にそれを知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたは
Wait,
ず。
she always sought salvation, as in like she came to the church a lot?
魔術継承の名を借りたセメクがどれ
Oh,
ほ
no,
ど
no, no.
続いたのかは知らん。だが身近にいながらそれに気がつかなかった者に何ができる。ここで祈る資格がないとはそういうことだ。それでも的尾さくらを思うのなら席を外せ。今のお前にできることはそれだけだ。
Ooh, Guy's actually kind of speaking facts. I stand up. I also noticed that like this line, it says, that is all you can D. Oh, right now. It's not because I lost an argument with this guy. I'm just acknowledging that what he says is true. If I really care about Sakura, then I shouldn't be here. This thoughtless brain of mine shouldn't try to care for Sakura. I turn my back on the priest and start walking out of the church. One more thing! I don't bother turning around. I stop in front of the exit. Hey, you did something, Shirou. My temper rises. Why do I immediately realize the reason he's telling me this? Oh, he's saying that's not Shinji's fault. Rider is not Shinji's servant. Rider is Sakura's servant. So you saved a life, but it was a life that Sakura caused to be in harm in the first place. Yeah.
まさか私が言っているのは責任の所在だ。善悪を語っているのではない。事実女はお前のおかげで助かっている。
But if I had made the wrong choice back there, Ryder would have killed the woman, and that would be
そう。今後の話だよ、宮代。このまま的尾さくらが回復したところで結果は同じだぞ。正気を取り戻したとしても。いずれ同じことが起きる。その時お前はどちらを守るのだ。
I don't know when Sakura will do that again. I don't have an answer for him. I walk quickly to the exit, like I'm running away from his words.
エミヤシロ、お前がマスターになった理由を覚えているか。
I gnash my teeth as I walk. His words are an
お
ultimatum.
前は正義の味方になると言った。
He said you would be a hero of
ならば
justice.
決断を下しておけ。自身の理想、その信念を守るため、エミヤキリツグのように自分を殺すかどうかをな。
I shut the door. The door to God's house is as heavy as a cross he bore. Ooh, that was actually really good. It smells like rain. The courtyard is empty, devoid of churchgoers. Instead, I come across Tosaka. She's probably still a man waiting for me without his mistress. Strangely, I don't even wonder what he's doing here or why he was waiting for me. The Red Knight watches me quietly for a moment and then closes his eyes as if coming to a decision.
分かっているな、エミヤシロ。お前が戦う者、お前が殺すべき者が誰であるかということを。
He gives a clearer answer than I ever could. The words are enough to freeze my heart cold. I know. I said that I fight to put a stop to the war and keep innocent people from being caught up in the Master's conflict. I asked Saber for help to carry out that decision. I won't hide from that. And now, Sakura is a master and need to stop before anyone else. I acknowledge it, but I can't say it aloud. The Red Knight says nothing. We both stand there under the overcast sky, watching one another.
では好きにしろ。
Aww.
私の目的は変わった。あれが出てきた以上、もはや支援で動く時ではない。
I don't have time to kill myself anymore. Yeah, so like, once again, a lot of things has changed in this route. The rules are broken. People's goals have changed. Like, Kira is like, yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm Lancer's master, but like, my Lancer's already dead. I don't know what the heck happened, so I'm just gonna help you out. And here, Archer's like, dude, I got bigger priorities than to try to kill you now, because this thing showed up, and like, my instincts are telling me I gotta take care of this first. So like, some of the major antagonists and or like motivations in the other two routes are just like, yeah, we'll just not do that for now.
これは忠告だ。お前が今までの信念を守るのならそれでいい。だが、もし違う道を選ぶというのなら、エミやシローに未来などない。
それは俺が死ぬってことかよ。
自らを閉ざすことを死というのならばな。そうだろう。お前は今まで人々を生かすためにあり続けてきた。その誓いを曲げ、 一人を生かすために人々を切り捨てるなどどうしてできる？
This is kind of an interesting interesting conundrum, because in the UBW route, Archer's main thing was like, I have to kill Shirou so that he doesn't become me, so I can get rid of the life that I've made, because I am just so tired, so done with being this hero of justice where I just see the only things I ever see is like endless pain, suffering, and everything regarding that. So I want to stop Shirou from becoming a guardian. And it's kind of funny because like the task that Shirou had to like basically overcome was or not overcome, but like the question he had to overcome was, if my goal is an impossible task that is just going to result in a lot of suffering, is it still worth doing, or is it still worth trying? And Shirou ended up saying it is worth trying. And here it's very different. It is my goal worth giving up the person I love? And basically Archer is like, if you are Emiya Shirou, you will give up the person you love, because if they are bad, you will have to be a hero of justice and slay the evil. But if you end up choosing your girl, then you will no longer be Emiya Shirou, because that version of you would never do that, because that version of you, which became me, is someone that fights for justice. So it's kind of weird, because in a way, if Shirou ends up choosing to betray his ideals and save Sakura, it actually kind of fulfills Archer's goals. His assertion doesn't carry a note of irony. I sense some kind of determination and emptiness in Archer's words.
エミやシローがどの道を選ぶかなど知らん。だが、お前が今までの自分を否定し、たった一人を生かそうというのなら、そのツケは必ずお前自身を裁くだろう。
His footsteps fade into the distance. I start down the hill, plagued by doubts. Oh, we're at the park. Before I know it, I'm sitting at a park bench. Are we gonna see Ilya? Probably not, but it'd be kind of funny. I don't feel like going home, but I can't wait at the church either. The park is far from both my house and the church. It's been a few hours since I learned that Sakura is a master. It's a perfect waiting spot to symbolize how I'm sitting on the fence, unable to make up my mind about anything. He's currently a fence sitter, I see. An answer. I need to come up with an answer, but my thoughts are scattered and I can't figure out what I'm supposed to think about.
あれは魔党の後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。魔党造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。魔党さくらはお前が望むような清らかな乙女ではなく、虫に汚された尼ということだ。
うるさい。
I don't need him to repeat that to me. Even an upstart mage like me knows that. What it means, and everything she had to go through. Why didn't...
あの娘はお前に知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたはずだ。それに気づかなかった男に彼女を思う資格はない。うるさい。うるさい。うるさい。わかってる。お前に言われるまでもなく、そんなこと。
Why didn't I notice at all? My molars are broken. I've been clenching my jaw so much today, it'd be a wonder if my teeth didn't break. I crush exposed nerves. The pain stabs into my head. I can't even tear apart the hatred in my mind. Fire blazes in my brain. When I think back to all our time together, now that I know the truth, it drives me crazy. Sakura was laughing. She was always smiling peacefully. I just basked in it, oblivious to all her suffering. It doesn't matter now whether her smile was genuine or forced. Now, when I realize how much pain she was hiding beneath her smile, it makes me want to kill someone. I can't forgive him. I don't need him to atone. I just want to erase him right now from Sakura's life. It's all his fault. If not for Zoken, Sakura would have grown up like any other girl. She never would have had those bizarre crest worms implanted in her. If not for Zoken, he never would have become a master. Shinji never would have fallen so far, and they would live normal lives. You know what? Once again, I am a Fate Stay Night Shinji hater. In some other media, I don't know if he's better. I haven't really seen a good version of Shinji, but I am absolutely a Shinji hater for Fate Stay Night. But I cannot deny that he is a product of his environment, because Zoken essentially nurtured him to be a failure, to have this inferiority complex, and basically encouraged all the abuse that he was doing onto Sakura by giving, like, even in the Holy Grail War, he was like, alright Shinji, you take the master book thing, you can drain Sakura of all her magical energy. I guess it'll save her from like fighting the war, but you kind of wanted this anyways. And she probably supplied like that earring that made Sakura go berserk. There's no other reason to get that stuff unless you just want to make Sakura go berserk. So you basically enabled Shinji's abuse. But like, what I'm trying to say is, I hate Shinji, but I can't deny that Zoken is the greater evil. That's why, if I can just get rid of him, then all this will... I punch the bench, tearing open the wound on my left hand and splattering the white bench with red blood. That bench, I don't think is white. Well, it's red now. The colorful contrast brings me to my senses. I run out of pity for my own stupidity. But does that make me feel any better? I won't deny what Zoken has done to Sakura, what he's here to do now. Thinking about it disgusts me, and, like a snake's tongue flicking out, makes me feel envy at having something precious stolen from me. It doesn't make my failures any better either. I'm the one who didn't notice it. No matter what Zoken might have done, I was the only person who failed to notice any of it. I didn't even try to notice it. The night I faced off against Zoken, he said that Sakura wasn't involved and I believed him. What an idiot I am. Why did I believe what he said? As long as Sakura is one of the Matos, there's no way she isn't related. The night I lost Saber, I experienced firsthand how that fiend Zoken views human life. He gave Ryder to Shinji so that he'd be just as willing to do something to Sakura. And yet, I ate up every lie he fed me just because it would have been inconvenient if they were true. I actually did notice back then. I would have arrived at the truth if I just thought about it a little. That's why I wasn't surprised when I learned that Sakura was a master and that she endured an upbringing that she could never talk about. It all felt obvious to me. I tried not to think about it because I couldn't bear to come to terms with it. If I noticed it, then I'd have to fight. If Zoken Mato is evil to other humans, then the right thing to do would be to fight the evildoer. No, the right path is already laid out for me. If Sakura becomes Zoken's puppet and makes Ryder indiscriminately attack people again, there's only one thing for me to do. That's why I train myself in magecraft and live the way I do. To save people from disasters beyond their control. So, I already know what to do. The Red Knight was right. I don't want to hurt Sakura. I sympathize with her. But she isn't an exception. No matter how precious she is to me, it means allowing another tragedy to happen. Then I have to eliminate her. It's nothing to hesitate about. So, why? Why am I trying so hard to keep down the vomit rising to my throat? I endure the nausea. I wonder how long I've been sitting here. I don't have time to fixate on trivial thoughts. Osaka says he should be back once the surgery is finished. The town smells like rain. I'll go back to the church and check on Sakura one more time before it starts to pour then. Oh my god, she actually is here. I didn't expect that. Something crashes into me. I'm suddenly hugged from behind. I was like, this is the Ilya Park, so it'd be funny if she was here at night. Even without turning around, I know who it is. This pale girl is a person I always meet in this park. Hello. Ilya laughs cheerfully. Well, she doesn't. I mean, she may have her own information system, but We haven't actually revealed to her that we're kind of not a master anymore. Her innocence hurts. I know it's selfish, but right now, I don't want to see anyone laughing.
あ、何よシロを無視しちゃって。話しかけてるのにうつむいたままなんて女の子に失礼だよ。
I wish she'd be quiet. Be honest. I don't have time for this right now.
もうシロってば、人の話はちゃんと聞かなくちゃダメなんだからね。
イリア、悪いけど今そんな余裕ないんだ。遊ぶのなら一人で遊んでくれ。
へえ、せっかく会えたのにそれじゃつまんない。あれからシロここに来てくれなかったし、今日を逃したらまた来ないに決まってるもん。
別に
It's been
毎日
really
って
rough.
約束したわけじゃない。それにもう夜だぞ。マスターは夜に会ったら殺し合うんじゃないのか。
As soon as I say those unkind words, my nausea returns. I despise myself so much I want to hit myself. Ilya's just trying to make me feel better. I'm pushing her away.
なんで？シロはもうマスターじゃない
Oh,
でし
she
ょ。
doesn't know.
だから今夜は見逃してあげるけど。
マスターじゃないって、イリア。
ふふんだ。私に知らないことなんてないんだから。シロはセイバーを失って、リンはライダーにやられかけたのよね。けど、ライダーのマスターが倒れたから、残りはあと2人だけでしょ。
I mean, that's not wrong, but that's also not completely right because although Rin lost to Ryder, she's still a master and Archer is not unsummoned. Same thing with Ryder. Ryder's master collapsed, but she's still here. So technically, if you look at this, Saber's out of the game, Lancer's out of the game, Archer's still in the game, Ryder's still in the game, Caster is out of the game, Assassin's still in the game, and Berserker's still in the game. So you still, or sorry, not this assassin, but this assassin. So there are still a good 4 servants left. Those being Archer, Ryder, Berserker, and Assassin. Ilya recounts it all cheerfully. Well, sounds like she's laughing at Sakura's fate.
もう勝敗は見えたも同然だもの。ライダーのマスターは自滅するだろうし、アーチャーだって大したことないわ。
Oh, that's what she meant. She's like, oh, okay, they might still be alive, but they're easy.
セイバーがいなくなった以上、私のバーサーカーに勝てるやつなんていなくなったの。
Wow, I love how she actually admits, yeah, Saber had a chance of beating Berserker. Definitely. She isn't aware that Archer is actually super diesel and killed Berserker at least 6 times in the Fate route.
だから遊ぼう。シロはもうマスターじゃないから、特別に私の城に招待してあげる。
Ilya really tries to hug me. Her carefree smile irritates
う
me.
るさい。そんな暇はないって言っただろう。遊びたきゃ一人で遊べ。
Uh-oh. I shove Ilya away in anger. It's too late to regret it. Ilya stands there in surprise. I don't have to look at her to tell how shocked she is. I threw aside her sincere goodwill. All the kindness she showed me just went down the drain. This is really awkward. But I completely understand both sides. I bow, unable to bear the silence.
ごめんね、シロ。
Oh, she actually understands. A small hand strokes my hair.
イリア、お前怒らないのか。
怒らないよ。だってシロ泣きそうだよ。何があったかは知らないけど、私まで嫌っちゃったらかわいそうだもん。だから私、シロが何したってシロの味方をしてあげるの。
Aww, she's like, this is what happens if you get enough Ilya points. Yeah, I'm on your side. I don't want to kill you anymore. Aww, pure white fills my vision. That one sentence. Those simple words wash all turmoil from my mind.
俺の味方。
そうよ。好きな子のことを守るのは当たり前でしょ。そんなの私だって知ってるんだから。
She'll be on my side. Just like that, Ilya says her reason for being someone's ally. I know whether it's right or wrong, what I've protected so far, and what I want to protect. I can tell which of those is right and which of those is wrong. With that in mind... Oh! Oh, wow. Okay, we have a choice right here. So, you know, as a result, because this is the Sakura route, you know that being on Sakura's side is probably the right choice. So let's do the wrong choice, which is the right thing to do. I know what's right. What keeps me alive? I can't turn my back on the thing that kept me alive.
イリア、俺はそんな当たり前のことを守れない。
Yeah, this choice also contradicts with what Ilya just said. Even though he was like, I was so clear. I stilled my mind and turned it to steel. It's over. They all stopped. The gastric juices rise to my throat, the pain racking my bowels, and the tears threatening to erupt from my eyes. I won't compromise on my principles. For the sake of those who couldn't be saved, I won't let any more people share the same fate. Stay night.
そう結局シロはキリツグと同じ方法を取るんだ
Ah.
顔も知らない誰かのために一番大事な人を切り捨てるのね
I didn't even make that connection. She's right. For the sake of the betterment of like the world, Hiritsugu basically he rejected the Holy Grail because the Holy Grail was gonna fuck up, like it was gonna mess everything up. Even if he had to destroy the Holy Grail, even if it meant never seeing his family anymore. But now he's basically saying, I will protect the world, even if I can't see the people I love anymore, even if I have to kill them. He was a man who cast aside his most important people for what he believed in. I've chosen the same path. This marks the second time I've betrayed Ilya. By choosing not to side with Sakura, I've chosen not to side with Ilya.
そうだ。俺とキリツグは同じだ。恨むのなら、イリアは俺を恨んでいい。
My heart is turning to hard iron. Neither scorn nor hatred weighs on me now. The silver-haired girl doesn't say anything. Now's her chance to take the revenge that she couldn't take against Kiritsugu. Yet,
かわいそうなシロそんな泣きそうな顔のままこれからずっと自分を騙して生きていくのね
damn. With a dwindling smile, Ilya bids me farewell. It begins to rain. There's no one left in the park. Things should be finished at the church by now. Damn. Steel heart. Open the door. Oh, Tosaka's here. Tosaka's standing in the corner of the chapel. It looks like she's been here for a while. From the way she stands, I can feel a certain determination. It's the face of a ruthless mage who decided to treat Sakura as an enemy if the crestworms can't be removed. Tosaka doesn't look at me, and I have nothing to say to her. For a long time, the chapel is filled only with the drummings of the rain. Not sure how long it goes on for.
手術は終わった。これ以上私にできることはない。
Otomine Kirei appears, breaking the silence.
それでキレさくらは
手は尽くした。私に言えるのはそれだけだ。
I would like a little bit more details before I decide on whether or not to kill Sakura. The outcome is as expected. There was never any way to save Sakura.
麻藤さくらは眠っている。目覚めるのは明日の朝だろう。東坂の後継者として。お前は何をするリン？
言うまでもないでしょう下道に落ちた魔術師を排斥するのが管理者の役目よそれが身内だっていうのならなおさらだわ
Osaka starts walking towards the back of the chapel, where Sakura is sleeping in a back room.
止めないのエミヤ君
Osaka turns to face me as she reaches for the door. I answer her with silence.
ならいいのね私がさくらを殺しても
意見はない。ただ、変わっていいのなら変わる。
Like, dang!
いいえ
Fuck!
これは私の役目
You
よ
wanna kill her? Shit!
あなたには譲ってあげられない
Osaka opens the door and disappears into the back.
驚いたな。お前は止めるものだと思ったが。覚悟を決めたというところか。これで今回の聖杯戦争は元に戻る。いささか拍子抜けだが、これはこれで楽しみな結末だよ。
楽しみって、 何が面白いんだ、あんたは。
予想？そんなものは立てるまでもない。勝つのはお前だ。
You will win.
的を桜を切り捨てた以上、お前はあらゆる手段を尽くして的を造剣を殺し、イリアスフィールを殺し、リンを殺す。その結末が楽しみだと言ったのだ。
You know, I didn't even actually think about what would happen after Sakura dies if Shirou has steals his heart. He would absolutely attempt to kill Mato Zoken. I don't know if he would kill Ilya, but I think what Kotamine is trying to say is that because the Holy Grail War will continue as normal, because the abnormal factors will be gone after Sakura and Zoken are dead, then the only thing left is Ilya and Rin, and if we want to stop the Holy Grail War from getting any more innocent bystanders hurt, then we have to get rid of them.
なんだよ。俺は遠坂とは戦わない。あいつが聖杯を得るんなら止める理由はない。
いや戦う。いずれ聖杯の正体を知ったお前はリンとも戦わざるを得なくなる。リンとて的を桜を手にかけた以上、聖杯を手に入れなければ崩壊する。
He even thought about Tosaka's mental state after killing Sakura.
あれは自らの信念のために勝者足らんとし、お前は自らの理想のために聖杯を破壊する。もはやお前たちは相入れぬ存在だ。今回の聖杯戦争のオーラスはお前たちが担うだろう。
It's actually so sick, man. The priest moves to leave the chapel. Must have guessed that the deed is done. The room where Tosaka is with Sakura.
俺が最後まで残るっていうのか、あんたは。
I don't know if you'll be the last person, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching you.
無論だ。今のお前はエミヤキリ
Oh shit.
それが勝てないはずがない。
That is cold. You are now Emiya Kiritsugu, the winner of the last Holy Grail War, the person who will do anything for his own goals. Damn, the person that Kirei actually kind of feared. The priest departs, leaving only Shirou Emiya in the chapel, with a mind made of steel. The priest's predictions is true. I'll keep fighting, defeat Zolkin and Ilya, drive Tosaka away, and destroy the Holy Grail. Then, this war will end. I've sworn to do the right thing. This is the first price I must pay to stay true to my ideals. Shit, that's so cold! The conclusion to my path is obvious, and needs no further explanation. Shirou Emiya will forge his mind into a steel sword, and become a champion of justice. Oh, oh, we don't actually get to see it. Dang. He doesn't actually die. It's a bad end because he has no future. His future is just depression. Fuck. Oh, that was actually really good. I love how this time we have the Tosaka image picture on the frame in the background. He's like, come on, I was trying to be good. I gave up on trying to kill you. I was trying to, I said, oh, oh man. I tried my best. Bro. It's like, choice is obvious. The fuck were you doing, bro? Yeah. I want to be on Sakura's side. Sure, I'll regret it if I keep lying to myself. Even if I keep going. Where responsibility lies, good and evil. The thought of losing Sakura weighs heavier on me than any of those concerns. It's not even about making up my mind. I just want to protect Sakura.
好きな女の子を守るのは当たり前だ。そんなの俺だって知っていた。
Honestly, when Ilya showed up, I was kind of like, oh, really now? You gotta show up now? But I now understand her role here. She's here to kill Kiritsugu, and by extension, Shirou, because Shirou is Kiritsugu's heir. By doing this, she's preventing Shirou from becoming from becoming a Kiritsugu. She's saving him this way from, you know, steeled mind, steeled heart. And as a result, that is like probably one of the best ways to complete her revenge, because it completely gets rid of Kiritsugu's ideals. That's actually really well written. I didn't think about that, because this entire time, I know that we were building up Ilya points, but I thought it was, you know, just to stay alive, not to incur Ilya's wrath, but it was actually to allow it to make it so that Ilya can have a chance to save Shirou. That's really good. Holy fuck. I didn't even think about that. That actually makes me smile so much. It's just that, like, Ilya's entire character in this route felt like a mine, where it's like, okay, I gotta make sure I don't step on the wrong thing, touch the wrong subject, or else I'm gonna blow up. And Shirou, like, when he snapped and he was like, get the fuck off me, it really felt like it was gonna be one of those moments where, oh, we offended Ilya, she's gonna kill us now. But she was actually extremely mature here, saying like, no, I understand how you're feeling now and the position you're in. I want you to know that even if the world is against you, I'm with you right now, and that's really all you need, because, you know, you have to be with the people that you care about, and that's enough to help Shirou make his choice. Ilya laughs happily. Her innocence gives me courage. I don't know if this choice is wrong or not, but I'm sure I won't regret it.
ごめん、イリア。俺、そろそろ行かないと。
そうだね。そういう顔してるから許してあげる。また今度会おうね、シロ。
Oh man, I really like this because, admittingly, it changes my perspective of Ilya. For a lot of the game, I've always kind of viewed, as I mentioned before, Ilya as like a mine, where it's like, oh, we're gonna do something, and Ilya's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. It's like, fuck. But I think she gets better in the Fate route when we kind of get rid of her servant, and instead of being a master, she just becomes an ordinary girl that just kind of wants affection. But here, she is more than that. She's someone that's actually got some, like, emotional depth and maturity, and it really shines some care. I just really like it, man. I didn't expect to, like, think this way of Ilya, since a lot of times I just, honestly, I know it's tragic what happened to her and how her family essentially, well, there are a lot of things in Fate Zero that I'm just not going to talk about because of super spoilers, but like, her family was already stripped away from her, and she came here for the purpose of vengeance, so she was just kind of like this murder child. But now she's like a lot more than that, so I really appreciate it.
またな、イリア。それと、ありがとう。
I leave the park. Shaking off my doubts, I run to the church. I decided on my answer. I don't know how much Sakura has supported me since my old man died. I always thought of her as my kohai and tried not to see her as a member of the opposite sex. I kept lying to myself because I wanted her to stay by my side. But this isn't a situation I can lie my way through anymore. Shirou Emiya doesn't want to lose Sakura Mato. That's all. If I can't think of anything, then I can just trust in my one sure feeling. Even so, in the depths of my mind, I can't shake off Archer's prophetic words, no matter how hard I try. It begins to rain. The winter rain mercilessly pelts me as I run. Back to the church. Wait, whoa, we got an interlude this time. I'm still surprised at how much I enjoyed that one, like, section where he steals his mind. Because, like, I really like Kiritsugu as a character, but I understand how flawed he is and why he became the way he is. But seeing that cycle break was honestly extremely satisfying. So this was called Tiger Drillers 30, Hero of Justice, I Know What's Right. Something was making a dragging sound. Oh, gee. This is probably Sakura's memories. He knew the sound well. It was the scraping of countless insects dragging bodies and chitters of multitudes swarming over the walls. He knows this place well. This dark, damp, hidden room. This underground mausoleum. The green darkness was the first room the Matos put her in when they adopted her, yep. A lone figure stands in the darkness. He isn't sure whether to call him human, but he resembles a human. The figure called for her and ordered her to fight instead of Shinji Mato. She was prepared for this. At the very least, she accepted that it would come to this 2 days ago. But now, her determination was waning. She'd been losing her will to fight ever since she learned that Shirou Emiya was a master. He was sent to the Emiya household to monitor him. Woohoo! Okay. Glad that finally, was clarified because, I've already mentioned this, but like, basically begging someone that you don't have a close relationship with to do all the chores for them is very weird. But when you put it into this context, it makes complete sense. Shirou Zoken is someone who monitors like he's invested in the Holy Grail War, and well, even if he doesn't put all his chips into each one, he still monitors it, including the last Holy Grail War with Kiritsugu, and this Holy Grail War where his children are part of it, or grandchildren, or whatever you want to say. But the thing is, he knows that like the Kiritsugu was alive after the war, and he adopted a son, and that Kiritsugu was the winner of the last Holy Grail War. So it actually does make sense to have a plant there, and you know what? Sakura was the perfect bug, pun intended. But Shirou Emiya didn't have the aptitude to be a master, and he knew nothing of the Holy Grail War. She figured that out right away, so her assignment never really mattered to begin with. Using surveillance as an excuse, she kept living as Shirou Emiya's kohai. She told herself that they wouldn't have to fight. She was optimistic that even if her identity came out someday, they would never end up fighting each other. So, how did it come to this? Nope, you just have to kill their servants. She knew how the old man would answer, but she still had to ask, and yet... You know what? I am genuinely surprised he didn't just go like, yeah, you gotta kill them all. He's like, nope, you just have to get rid of their servants, but for the remaining, you gotta you gotta fuck them up. His answer was slightly different than she anticipated. It really makes me wince when he says like, oh, my adorable granddaughter, because like knowing what he's done to her, it just kind of makes you sick, like really sick, like Stardoor 15 sick. Ugh. Just slightly, his words eased her caution. Sometimes the old man could be kind. When teaching her the Mato way, he was utterly inhuman, displaying the savagery of a beast or worm. In conversation, however, he could give off the air of a pleasant older gentleman. But she knew not to be fooled. This could be a momentary whim or some calculated manipulation. More importantly, if she agreed now, that she was bound to end up fighting him. Even if she didn't have to kill him, she didn't want to fight him. Just break his leg so you can't go out to explore. She didn't answer. There wasn't anything she wanted to begin with. She simply had a longing, not even a hope that he might accept her. She's dirty and impure, not worthy of him. So she would work to become someone good enough to sit by his side. She'd be happy just to stay by him until that time comes. It would be disastrous to hope for more. Not just for herself. It would surely cause him to meet an unwelcome end as well. Oh, okay. This is after the initial fight when we beat the shit out of Ryder and then Ryder just kind of like disappeared. Once again, it was clear that Ryder didn't die, but was out of commission. And here she's essentially using another command spell to bring her back and put the command spell in a book or something like that. She said it in a trembling voice, knowing that she might draw her grandfather's ire. She knew well what it meant to defy him. Her limbs quivered. She was so terrified she might cry. However, it wasn't her grandfather's wrath that she was afraid of. No, what feared her most is when she can no longer bear the pain, she might end up obeying the old man's will in the end.
では仕方あるまい。無理強いをし大事な後継者を失うわけにはいかんからな。今回も傍観に徹するとしようかな。
He gasped. He doesn't know how serious he is, but her grandfather has accepted her request. Her trembling stops, and the warm relief floods her chest. And then, when her guard was down,
しかしそうなると少しばかり尺だの。今回のよりしろの中ではキャスの娘はなかなかに上級じゃ。気が味方すればもしやということもあり得るか。
Trust me, Tosaka isn't very lucky. Fortune will not favor her. The old man remarks in a disappointed tone. The other shoe drops. Her intuition tells her that her sister can definitely win this war. That's just the kind of person she is. Dashing gallantly through life, getting everything she wants like it's the most natural thing in the world. She won't even spare a single glance for Sakura and carries off everything she wants with her. Then, she's sure to win. An icing feeling spreads through her body. She doesn't care. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to it. She got used to it a long time ago. Nesan will get everything. All the pain I put up with, the bright future I've always hated, and worst of all, the one person close to me, are all going to disappear. The space around her feet warps. The world makes her dizzy, and she vomits. Her chest hurts. Then, in her chest, she's assailed by a nasty stabbing sensation. More worms! It's begun to rain. Cold winter rains hammer the rain gutter. She slowly opens her eyes. Apparently, she was dreaming about the events of the last few days. She was sleeping in this operating table in this room made of stone. In the back of her is a priest that she's never seen before, who somehow reminds her of herself. How? That you're both dead inside? How?
気がついたか。状況の説明はいるかね、的尾さくら。
いいえ、自分の体です。
Her answer is plain. Oh, whoops. Her answer is plain. Without looking at the priest, she stares at the wall, listening to the rhythm of the rain.
結構。
Okay.
では早く着替えたまえ。隣では遠坂凛とエミやシロウが待っている。彼らには君の状態を説明しなければならない。
私を逃がしてくれるんですか？
逃げる逃げないは君の自由だ。私は助けただけだからな。君、助けた手前死なれては骨折り損ではある。君には最後まで残っていてほしいとは思うが。
それはどうしてですか？
その方が楽しい。君が生きることになれば、遠坂凛もエミやシロウも苦しむだろう。苦悩する者が増えるのは私にとっては喜ばしい。
I love how like when Kira was like, I will save her if it's the last thing I do, and Rin and Shiro were both like, wow, that's unexpectedly nice of you. Meanwhile, he's like, this will be extremely entertaining seeing these people suffer. But that's so in character. The priest turns his back on her. He will head to the chapel next, not sparing a second glance for the girl hugging herself on the operating table.
彼らが的尾さくらを生かすか殺すか、その選択に興味があるのならここで待っているがいい。うちはこう見えて安物心でな。なぜかここだけは
We're broke.
礼拝堂での会話が続けになる作りになっている。
Suppressing a melancholy chuckle, the priest goes off to the central garden. She hugs her knees. The sound of the rain drowns out her quiet weeping. Interlude out. And this day is really long. Like really, really long. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I'm checking the flowchart and every day is long as balls. Like every day. Super long. Open the door. Osaka's standing in the corner of the chapel. Looks like she's been here for a while. The way she stands, I can feel a certain determination. It's the face of a ruthless mage who decides to treat Sakura as an enemy if the crest worms can't be removed. Osaka doesn't look at me, and I have nothing to say to her. For a long time, the chapel is filled only with the drumming of rain. Not sure how long it goes on for. Now we have the scene again, this time with different determination. Here Kotomine appears, breaking the silence.
ちょっと綺麗。あんた魔術刻印どうしたの？
That is a little different. She didn't ask that last time.
やはりわかるか。見ての通り、麻藤さくらの治療にすべて使った。
By magic crest, does she mean like the Holy Grail command spells?
使ったってあんた。
Osaka gasp. Not sure what they're talking about. All I can tell is that something happens to Kotomine's magic crest. That Tosaka's really surprised.
わかってるの？魔術刻印よ、魔術刻印。代々重ねてきたものがなんでたった数時間でなくなるっていうのよ。
For entertainment.
私が父から受け継いだ刻印はお前のように高級的なものではない。使えば使うだけ失われる消費型だ。ま、格の落ちる霊児と思えばいいだろう。
じゃあ本当に？
ああ、刻印はすべて治療に使った。何しろ11年にわたる生みの摘出だからな。残った刻印を根こそぎ持っていかれたのもそう意外ではないだろう。
Are you saying he saved her this time? Tosaka and I are speechless. The priest used his entire magic crest to heal Sakura. When he looks on Tosaka's face, I have an inkling of how heavy a price he paid. He basically spent his entire life savings to save a girl we carried through the front door.
お前
なんだ、まさか迷惑だったなどと言うまいな。助けろと言ったのはお前たちだ。私はそれに応えただけだが。
Once again, if this was a normal Holy Grail war, this would also be severely against the rules.
いや、迷惑なんてことはない。
But it's okay because his existence is severely against the rules.
礼は言うな。どの道後になって撤回するの。
I can't wait until you suffer.
後になって撤回する？
Is he saying...
で、さくらはあんたがそこまでしたってことは
I still failed.
一命は取り留めたがその場しのぎに過ぎん。大部分の刻印中は取り除けたが深く蝕んでいるものの摘出は不可能だ。あそこまで神経に食い込んでしまっては取り除きようがない。心臓を引き抜けば全ての刻印中を摘出できるが、それでは麻藤さくら本人も死んでしまう。私にできたことは神経と同化していない刻印中を取り除き、痛みを和らげ、臓剣からの圧力を弱めてやることだけだった。今夜死ぬべき定めのものを気まぐれで延命させたに過ぎん。それも神経に根付いた虫が動き出せば無駄骨になるがな。
Basically, he couldn't remove the time bomb. He just added additional time to the time bomb.
それじゃあさくらは
何も変わっていないということだ。実生活には何の支障もないが、麻藤臓剣の出方次第でたやすく暴走する。あの老人の思惑一つで本人の意志に反して戦いを強制させられるだろう。要は導火線に火がついたままの爆弾ということだな。
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have doubts. But I'm not surprised, and my mind is certain. I was ready for this. No matter what shape Sakura's in, no matter what happens to her, I've decided to be on her side.
そう。それじゃああとは一つだけね。刻印を使い切ってくれた綺麗には悪いけど。
Yeah, it kind of sucks to use up all your resources just to not be able to actually solve the problem. But Kiri kind of revelishes in this, so I guess I don't really care. Tosaka begins walking away from the wall. I realize what she's about to do
待て、父さんが。
and grab her by the hand, stopping her.
何？話なら後にして。
何言ってやがる。お前、さくらを殺すつもりか。
つもりも何もそれしかないでしょ。 あなただってそれを覚悟してここに来たんじゃないの？エミヤ君。
Yeah, but then I was at the park, and then Ilya showed up, and she gave me some advice. Surprising not to kill anyone, and I decided to go with her. And she's like, "You met with who?" Because Tosaka has no idea that we've been meeting up with Ilya. It'd be kind of funny.
そんな覚悟はしていない。俺は桜のために戻ってきた。お前が桜を手にかけるって言うんなら、ここで止める。
Oh wait, I gotta check something. Oh, okay, so this will lead into this event where they're gonna be out in the rain. But before that, I'm gonna do something and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. So right now, I'm going back through some old choices, and the old choice I need to go back to is specifically the one where we get a Gias from Rin. Because this time, we're basically saying we're going to listen to everything Rin says, absolute obedience. And as a result, we won't be able to get in her way, so that'll result in a different scene. I clicked that by accident, so we're going through this. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna get a different scene because we decided not to listen to everything Rin says. So it'll result in this here. I'm not prepared to kill her. I came back here for Sakura.
そう。エミヤ君の言い分は分かったわ。あなたは他の人間より桜一人を守るっていうのね。
それが間違いだなんて言わせない。お前が桜を手にかけるって言うんなら、ここで止める。
私を止める？まさか。止めるも何も、あなたは一歩だって動けないわ。どんなに桜を守りたくても、私の方針には逆らえないのよ。
Shouldn't have signed the contract. Osaka's voice is emotionless. Then I realize I can't even move a finger, let alone my limbs.
まさか、お前。
間違いなんて言わせないと言ったわね。けどあなたは間違えた。自分の道を進みたいのなら、私に決定権を委ねるべきじゃなかったのよ。
This is honestly really interesting because if I recall, I think this is actually the first time Tosaka actually kills anyone. And it's really tragic because it's her sister. I don't think she's actually ever killed anyone else. I feel my heart expand. No, it's not my heart, but an oath binding it.
別に私としては理想的な答えだったわ。少し物足りないけど、あなたがそう言うのならそうするだけ。
A curse, a compulsion.
ええ、悪ふざけのつもりだったけど、まさかこんな形で役に立つとは思わなかった。絶対服従をした時点で、あなたは私の意見には逆らえない。
Big L for Shirou.
あなたはあの時、私と約束ではなく契約をしてしまった。その時点で、あなたは協力者ではなく従者になることを選んだのよ。さくらを殺してくるわ、エミヤ君。けど思い違いはしないで。たとえあなたがギアスを受けていなくても、
We'll try in the
私
other
は止め
route.
られなかった。これは私の責務よ。あなたには何の非もないわ。
どうさけ。
I can't even finish my sentence anymore. Tosaka's gone. I can't move my body.
ふざけんな。なんで。
I desperately try to move. I need to get free. I struggle to move as soon as I can, when suddenly, my paralyzed body suddenly obeys me again. My legs won't move. My legs won't move to give chase. I'm free, but my mind feels frozen. Suddenly, I understand. I won't be able to move my body, so as long as I go against Tosaka's will, then, if I can move freely again, that must mean that my reason for opposing her is gone.
Sakura.
Oh. I drop to my knees. With nowhere left to go, my heart breaks. Light leaves my vision, and the church is covered in darkness. Shirou Emiya is in zero gravity. I swore that I abandoned my past ideals to protect Sakura. That was my new unyielding guidepost. And then I lost it so quickly. The war will go on. The Holy Grail war will continue, and I'll probably fight alongside Tosaka, who murdered Sakura, to end the conflict. But that will happen in a place that doesn't matter anymore. Shirou Emiya has lost his place forever. I'll keep going without anything to guide me, not knowing what I should do. Yeah. That's a pretty bad end. Not death, once again, but something that really, really sucks. Back to the Tiger Dojo. Gonna be like, don't sign away your free will, you dumbass.
取り立て無情魔の借金取り剣山
Genzan!
軽い気持ちで消耗に判を押したら地下帝国まっしぐらっす。
I actually forgot how much I enjoy Ilya going like, us!
そうそうほんと怖いよねこういう契約って本人にその気がなくてもここぞって時に足を引っ張るんだもんみんなはこういうセールスに騙されちゃダメよ一番怖いものっていうのは意外な形で意外に身近にいるものなんだからねイリアちゃん
やめてよ照れるじゃないなんでか知らないけどそんな熱い視線で見つめられたら照れちゃうわ
ほら怖いでしょ
Here.
そんなわけで今回の原因は東坂さんとの契約ですかなり無茶な要求をしてくる彼女ですがその中に一つ決してはいと言ってはいけないものがあるわ9日目の初めからもう一度やり直してみて
Day
ね
9? That's so long ago.
その他にも
I'm just kidding. It's still day 9.
好感度が上がるものがあるとの噂があるっす
Oh, the act contra. Yep, yep.
さすが本編から出戻ってきたヒロイン候補
You're a candidate.
いい情報持ってるわね
それは言わない約束っす
さて9日目のタイガー道場もこれが最後ここから先に待つものはこれすべてデッドエンドという修羅地獄
I'm just saying they said I would die like 4 times today. Only died twice. I mean, mentally I'm dead in 2 of them, and physically I'm dead in the other 2, but still.
おのおの心して戦いに臨まれたい
I completely forgot. I think in one of these, Ilya is actually the one that kills us. No. It was Shinji, my bad. Right. Let's take a look at the flowchart. Yeah, we got this bad end for having the Gias. And here we only have 3 more events left. This, the next one, and the next one. Alright, time for rain.
じゃああんたはどうするつもりいいさくらはマスターとして戦わないと生きていけないマスターである限りよそから魔力を取らないとやっていけない体じゃないそんなのどんなに手を尽くしても結果は見えてるって思わないならここで殺してあげた方がさくらのためよ
You can take magic energy from me?
思うかバカまだしてもいないことに何勝手に結論出してんだよお前は
出すわよさくらの問題がさくらだけならまだ希望だってあるわけどそうじゃないでしょさくらの命を握ってるのはあくまであのクソジジイで造形がいる限りさくらは操り人形よあのジジイがさくらを手放すなんてあると思うの
それ
ほら分かってるじゃない造形は決してさくらを楽にはしないならこのまま苦しんでそれでも結局逃げられないって言うならここで終わらせた方が犠牲が出ないさくらもさくらの手にかかる人たちも救われるわ私はあなたみたいに一縷の希望にすがって被害を広げることはできないそんな決断を先延ばしにする弱さが逆にあの子を苦しめるのよ
Very pragmatic right now. Osaka's correct, but just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. She isn't saying that death would save Sakura, but she's making the right choice from the perspective of saving lives. Any other idea would just be selfish compromise, doomed to fail. If we do nothing, 10 people will die. If 9 lives can be saved at the cost of 1, that would be... That would be the reality, past, that I've always accepted, but I've always wanted to die deep down.
違うお前は間違ってる
エミヤ
俺は犠牲なんて出させないお前の方こそやりもしないうちに結論を出す遠坂こそ弱いんじゃないのか
Oh!
ふざけないでそれがどんなことか分かってるかって言ってるのさくらを助けるそれってどういうことよあの子を助けてあの子に殺される連中も助けるってこと 笑わせないでよね。そんなのあなた一人にできるわけないじゃない。
You're right, I can't do it on my own. That's why I need your help, so stop trying to kill her.
できない。けどさくらを守る。その結果がどうなるかはこれから考える。
そうならあなたは私の敵よ。手を離して。さもないと根元から吹っ飛ばされて外まで転がり出ることになるわよ。
やってみろ。けどな、遠坂。そう、何でもかんでも思い通りになると思うなよ。
I put more strength into my grip because I'm nervous. Tosaka is no. I want to believe that she's nervous too. Despite our tit for tat, we're at a stalemate because we have things that we can't compromise on, and
なんだ
out the window we go, just like Papyrus in that one scene in Deltarune. Woo! What was that?
何？
It came from outside the chapel. A noise from the, wait, it came from outside? Does that mean she jumped? I would have thought it would come from it. I would have thought she was inside jumping outside. I don't know. Noise came from the room next door to make us both look at each other.
ヘミヤ君、今の聞いた？
窓の割れる音だ。それに
Holy crap, is she
その後は
naked?
走っていく足音だったな。確かに出口はこの礼拝堂と裏口だけだが、窓を割って外に出るとは何事か。
Oh my god, this is gonna come out of the church's budget. I'll bill her later.
いや、そうか。この教会の窓ははめ殺しが多い。仕方なく窓ガラスを割ったのだろうが、病み上がりにしては少々乱暴だな。
病み上がりってまさかさくら？
Who else is here?
それ以外誰がいる？彼女を寝かせていた部屋は、なぜかここでの会話が筒抜けでな。お前が彼女を殺すだの物騒なことを言うから逃げ出したのだろう。許せ。構造的欠陥というや
This
つ。
building just has really thin walls. You should have known. You come here all the time.
嘘つけこのインチキ神父。それ絶対わざとでしょう。
I didn't say I didn't. Osaka shakes off my hand and starts running. He's headed for the front door, not the back of the church.
遠坂。
話は後。今はさくらを捕まえる方が先。あの子ってばあんな体でどこに行こうってんだか。
He's like, I'm gonna kill her. Oh no, what if she's hurt? Osaka rushes to the door, throws it open, and runs outside. He sprints out into the rain without an umbrella. Can't afford to linger here either. I don't know where Sakura's gone, but I can't let her be alone right now.
待て。マトさくらを探しに行くのはいいが、その前に伝え忘れたことがある。
I just told her to break the window but not leave, so that Tosaka will think she's outside. I'm just kidding.
なんだよ。長話はごめんだぞ。今はそんな場合じゃない。
まあ、そう言うな。大事な話だ。伝えておかなければ私も困る。凛は聞かずに言ってしまったからな。お前に話しておかなければならないだろう。
それはさくらのことか。
そうだ。結論から言えば、マトさくらは長くない。刻印中はこうしている今も、あの娘の体を犯している。引き抜くことは簡単だが、その衝撃にあの娘の体が耐えられない。神経の4割を生きたまま引き抜くのだ。痛みでショック死する以前に、人間として死亡する。だが、放っておいても同じことだ。あれの理性は欠乏する魔力に削られていき、次期魔頭さくらという自我をなくす。そうなってしまえば、あれはただの暴走したマスターだ。サーバントの維持のため、何人もの人間を犠牲とし、それでも最後には耐えきれずに自滅する。つまり、お前がどのような手を尽くしたところで、あの女は助けられん。
For a second, I feel dizzy, like a strobe lamp just went off in front of me.
壊れたものは治らず、失ったものは決して戻ってこない。あの娘を助けたかったのなら、それは11年前に行うべきことだった。
I didn't even know about mages 11 years ago.
それでも手を差し伸べるというのか。エミやシロ、何をしようと、数日後には死ぬ女だ。そのようなものを助けることに何の意味がある。
I can't breathe. The priest's words are so painful. It takes all my efforts not to go weak in the knees.
そんなもの俺にはわからない。けど お前はさくらを助けてくれた。意味なんてそれで十分じゃないのか。
さて、私が治療したのは責務からだ。助けを求めて訪れたのを
shit.
無下にすることはできないから。
嘘つき。責務だけで魔術刻印を使い切るもんか。理由はわからないが、お前はさくらを助けたかった。死なせたくなかったんだ。そんなの俺だって同じだ。
Glare at Kotomine. He slightly inclines his head as if accepting my words.
そうだな。ならば急げ。リンが先に見つければ間違いなく的を桜を手にかける。その前にあの迷い子に屋根を与えてやるがいい。
I don't need him to tell me that. I turn my back on the priest and run out into the rain, the same way Tosaka did. Alright. I already know what the next CG is. You know, we already can see them hugging. He's gonna protect Sakura as much as he can. But I think I'm gonna stop here for today. And honestly, I'm honestly kind of amazed at how long these two like events were, but how impactful they were, because I really that really subverted my expectations. Sure, the fight at the school honestly ended really abruptly. I probably should have finished this part and started here, but like, man, the kind of coming to terms with what Sakura is and how she's grown up, and then deciding on whether or not to kill her for the greater good or to protect her and to stop her from causing more harm. It's interesting to see the clashing ideologies Shirou has from different routes and have him actually conflict. And you see what happens when he decides to keep his mentality of a hero of justice. He ends up losing himself despite the fact that he maintains what Shirou Emiya represents and essentially becomes Archer. And we know that he's going to break as a result of that because Archer broke. But here, he becomes a different person. And I kind of wish we got to see Archer again, because like I said before, in a way, Archer's goal is to make sure that Shirou Emiya does not become Archer, and by doing this, it is in a way to prevent Shirou Emiya from becoming Archer. So I think that's a really cool thing that honestly completely kind of overlooked in the UBW route. But yeah, I was gonna finish today, but the recording's gone on for quite a bit, and I'm thinking maybe to use this thumbnail for the next one because I feel like that's gonna be a really important moment. But yeah, we'll continue helping out Sakura next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!